Welcome to Miss Ideal Girl, the headquarters for love, sex, and everything in between. If you have ever felt confused about love, curious about intimacy, stuck in a relationship, healing from heartbreak, or just trying to understand yourself a little better, this is your place. On this podcast, we talk about the real stuff. The feelings, the questions, the fears, the chemistry, the boundaries, and the truths that shape our relationships and our lives. Every episode is here to help you think deeper, feel seen, and navigate love and intimacy with more clarity, confidence, and honesty.
The fear of rejection
Let's get into
is
today's
a
common
topic.
experience for many people when it comes to dating. It can manifest in various ways, such as fear of initiating contact, fear of going on dates, or fear of expressing one's feelings to a romantic interest. This fear can be debilitating and can prevent individuals from finding the love and connection they desire. However, it is possible to overcome this fear and have more successful and fulfilling dating experiences. The first step in overcoming the fear of rejection is to understand where it comes from. Often, the fear of rejection is rooted in past experiences, such as past rejections or traumatic events. It can also stem from internalized negative beliefs about oneself, such as feelings of inadequacy or low self-esteem. Understanding the origins of the fear can help to address and challenge these negative beliefs. Another important step is to reframe how one thinks about rejection. Rejection can be seen as a negative experience, but it can also be seen as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It can also be seen as a sign that the person or situation may not be the right fit, which can lead to finding a better match in the future. It's also important to practice self-compassion and self-acceptance. This means treating oneself with kindness and understanding and accepting that rejection is a normal part of the dating process. It's also important to remember that rejection does not define one's self-worth and that there are plenty of people who will appreciate and accept one, and being present in the moment can also be helpful in overcoming the fear of rejection. This can involve paying attention to one's thoughts and emotions and learning to accept them without judgment. Mindfulness can also help to decrease the intensity of negative emotions and increase one's ability to cope with rejection. It's also important to set realistic expectations for dating and relationships. It's important to remember that not everyone will be interested in a romantic relationship, and that's okay. It's also important to remember that not every date will lead to a long-term relationship. Setting realistic expectations can help to decrease the fear of rejection and increase one's ability to enjoy the dating process. Another important step is to take action and put oneself out there. This can involve initiating contact, going on dates, and expressing one's feelings. It's important to remember that rejection is not the end of the world and that the more one puts themselves out there, the more likely they are to find a compatible partner. It's also important to seek professional help if needed. Therapy can provide a safe space to work with how you'll cope with the rejection that happened for you to find ways to make episode here at Miss Ideal Girl, the headquarters for love, sex, and everything in between. I hope this conversation gave you something real to think about, something to feel, or maybe even something you needed to hear at exactly the right time. Love, intimacy, relationships, and self-discovery are never as simple as people make them sound. That's why we're here to talk about it honestly, openly, and without the fake polish. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. There's always more to unpack, more to learn, and more truth to talk about. And if this episode stayed with you, share it with someone who needs it too. Until next time, stay curious, stay honest with yourself, and keep exploring everything in between because your heart deserves better conversations.